So I've been talking about the glasses I ordered from Zenni Optical, my sponsor. Now, I've never ordered glasses online before. I didn't trust it, to be honest. But mine had a scratch, and Zenni was my sponsor, so I kind of sort of had to do it, right? I mean, I can't tell you about it if I haven't done it. So my previous thinking was, prices are too cheap. These can't be good. I'm not going to like them. I'm picky. I take that back. Mine costs about $70, and I can't tell the difference from the $500 pair I purchased 2 months ago. By the way, my wife likes them too. She said they look good on your face, and I want some too. And at about $70 or less, I can buy them. I am surprised, and I'm a customer. Zenni Optical has prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, all starting at under $30. Go to Zenni.com, pick a frame, upload your prescription. They'll ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And Zenni has that virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frames look on your face, and that is very cool and confidence building. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now it's time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out pretty quick, so don't sit on this. Go to Zenni.com/podcast, promo code podcast15. Okay, funny story. My wife was listening to my podcast the other day. Yes, she does that. And she said, what's this thing called Whatnot you keep talking about on your podcast? Are you shopping without me? Yes, I am. I'm cheating on you. It's called Whatnot. It's live shopping with chat, and it's a lot of fun. Look, I coach a lot of people online. I coach people to make money online. Most don't know how to do it. And I have been telling a few lately to go to Whatnot, see what they're doing, and give it a try. If you're a Whatnot seller, you really shine, and your people find you. And that's a big deal, because if you're selling online, they need to find you for you to make money, right? And then they become repeat customers because they see your face, not just your logo. Whatnot is the largest dedicated live shopping platform, whether it's beauty, it's collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies. Yep, cookies. Sellers are building real thriving businesses. Anyone can do it too. Some people on Whatnot are selling, get this, 10 times as much as they do on other major marketplaces. And you don't know this, but Whatnot buyers spend more than an hour on the app every day. They're not browsing. That's why they call them buyers. They're buying your stuff. So here's how it works. You go live, you showcase your products, and you earn real income. Search Whatnot, WHATNOT, in the App Store, download, and you can start selling right away.
Never give up. Fighting till the end, gotta get back up. No time for loss. Fighting till the end, no matter what the cost. Keep moving, gotta get back up. What? Keep moving, gotta get back up. Keep moving, gotta get back up. What? Keep moving, gotta get back up.
How are you? Happy Thursday. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Got some space for you, got some room for you. Come on in. Let's just, come on. I mean, it's a little messy in here, but you'll be okay. You'll be all right. It's a podcast. Get used to it, all right? All right, so today, there's a trend going here. Now, whenever I do these shows, I sit down and write up these shows for you. I never really have a theme in mind when I'm heading down that road, but when I get done with them, it's like, oh, I guess that was going on in my life. And so what you're seeing is maps, stand up, take a step, repeat, choices, focus, goals, simple steps. You're seeing that in the past maybe 7 or 8 days, which is exactly where I am in my life right now, as I kind of circling the wagons, making a few changes of what I'm doing and noticing I'm going back to basics to make sure I can jump to where I want to go next, which is going to be awesome. So whenever I have something like this going on, you can guarantee not only am I teaching it to you, I'm teaching it to all the folks I'm working with on my calls all week long, and I'm walking the talk. I'm doing it myself. I can't not do it myself. I mean, I screw up half the time too, just like everybody else does, but I can't do this job. You got to be able to know when you listen to me, you got to know, okay, well, this guy talks a lot. He says a lot. He's got some good ideas and everything, but I wonder if he really does it. Yeah, I do. Not everything at the same time. No, who does that? And yes, I mess up a lot. And sometimes I forget what I used to do. And sometimes I think, what was I thinking? Happens all the time. But at the end of the day, you better believe I'm going to come back right. I'm going to do what I teach, because that just does not work if I don't do that. So count on that if you count on anything. All right, so let's focus on what's important today. Not just the urgent. That's really important. That's an old Stephen Covey line. We'll get to that in just a minute here. When I was a kid, I remember doing something up. But to me, I grew up at a time. I think, frankly, well, we all grew up in special times, but I grew up in maybe one of the last generations that were just kind of summers filled with endless adventures. You know, where your mom and dad went off to work. We were latchkey kids. You had your bike. You went to the pool. You went to the woods. I lived in Manassas, Virginia, near the Bull Run Creek and the battlefield, the Manassas Battlefield National Park. I grew up in that. And the biggest thing of the summertime was to go down there and jump in the Bull Run Creek and dig for bullets. That's a good kid thing, isn't it? And our dream was to see if we could get some unexploded cannonballs. And yes, every now and then we found them. Now, man, didn't have a seatbelt on the car either. It was just those days. I'm telling you what. But those hide and seek games that we played too, man, hide and seek was great. You ever do that? Just hide and seek and the sun's going down and you're in the bushes and you don't know enough to know there might be snakes and something. And there you're just a kid playing hide and seek. As you get older, you realize, especially living in Florida, we don't go in the bushes at nighttime. Get eaten in there. Those days felt like they'd last forever, didn't they? Today, I don't know if you notice this, but you and I are still running until the sun sets. But now our to-do list is packed with stuff to run and chase. And we do not often take a moment to reflect on the bigger picture. And if we do, it is just that. It is just a moment. Rarely does anybody do that. Always listening, always learning. Yeah, we need to pack some wisdom into our brain. But rarely do we actually sit and just say, hey, what if I could be a kid just out there playing all day? The truth is, you'll always make time for your most essential tasks. You always will. You might be running crazy all day doing it, but you got to make time for it. Eating. You can make time for eating. Did you ever calculate exactly how long it takes you to eat every single day? I guess you can calculate the time you're eating in the car, but to sit down and eat. My guess is if you're eating in the car, it's probably because when you sit down and eat, you figured out it takes a long time. Sleeping. I don't know if you figured this out yet, but it's like, if you could get 8 hours sleep in like 2 hours, would that be awesome or what? Haven't figured out how to make that work yet. It just takes time. And the worst part about it is sleeping gives you a penalty. If you don't sleep enough, you get by for a while, but eventually you're going to sleep 12 hours. It always comes back. Always evens out. Paying bills. Oh, man. That sucks up your day. Speaking of hide and seek, that'd be a fun one. Hide and seek. Can't catch me. That's something I did in my 20s. Yeah, I figured out that you could play hide and seek with the bill collectors eventually, but they're better at the game than you are. They really are. Feeding the dog. Takes time. But you ever notice it takes about 10 times more time to feed the dog than it does for the dog to eat the food? In our house, our dogs eat like kings. We don't just plop food in the thing. We actually do some good food. It takes time, though. Feeding the dog, caring for your loved ones, that takes a lot of time, too. Ask my wife. She has to care for me all day, every day. No. But I do take a lot of her time. I promise you that. No matter how chaotic life gets, it just takes time, doesn't it? So all that stuff I just talked about is really important. So this is about the important and not the urgent. But all that stuff, the mundane stuff I just talked about, eating, sleeping, paying bills, feeding the dog, caring for your loved ones, that's really important stuff. It has to be done. And we rush through it as if maybe we don't have to do that. But the other side of it is when you think about this, that stuff, the eating, the sleeping, the paying the bills, maybe not that part, feeding the dog, caring for your loved ones, that's all cool stuff. I like to eat. I like to sleep. I don't like to pay bills. I like feeding the dog. I like caring for my loved ones. We're rushing through it as if we got other stuff to do that's more important. No, we're rushing through the urgent stuff. We're not slowing down to do the important stuff, and there's more important stuff we could be doing. There's music I like to listen to. My jukebox journey I do on YouTube. I like to go find in videos. See, I grew up in the 70s. I was graduated high school right at the end of the 70s. MTV wasn't invented until, 1982? So that meant that unless you stayed up late on Saturday night and watched the midnight special, you didn't know what your bands looked like. Stayed up on Saturday because Saturday Night Live came out. We didn't know what the bands looked like. We just couldn't pull them up of a phone and see the band. Sometimes it was 30 years. Until the 80s, I don't know if you realize this, but once the song was off the radio, if you didn't own the album or the CD or whatever you happen to have, you never heard the song again. For some people, it was 20 or 30 years before they heard their favorite song from high school again because they didn't play it on the radio anymore. You couldn't just stream it or download it. It's an important thing. They call it a jukebox journey for a reason, musically, because it sticks into your life. These are important things in life. They're not urgent at all, but the urgent gets in the way of what you enjoy. When life feels overwhelming, you're going to find yourself shouting, something's got to give. It is often the dreams and the future goals that give. Stephen Covey taught us the power of prioritizing what's truly important. Remember, to put yourself on that list, too. When things go off course, just reset quickly, refocus on what matters the most, and just keep moving forward. There's no possible way to ever get everything done you want to get done. It's just not going to happen. But there is a possible way to have an amazing life. And that is just focusing on what's important to you. I know it's not really dramatic. It's not really exciting. It's like, it's the simple moments. And in between the simple moments, get out and have some fun. Mess some stuff up. Go do some stuff. Just all this stuff, It's all stuff we can do. But this is what you're looking for, right? And trust me, I'm a hard driving, type A guy, goal-driven guy. Push big, big, big. But I also take the time to focus on what's important. I have a coaching call in exactly 9 minutes. Maybe I can do one more podcast before then. Can I do it? Sure I can. Because I'm that efficient kind of guy. It's important to get this done. It's important to get that done. Do what's important. You're going to make it happier. I'll see you tomorrow right here on the Daily Boost.
Keep moving, gotta get